Right, what up, people? You're through to Chig Flicks, the home of movies and music reviews. I back to back. I bet you didn't expect to see me so soon. Yeah, I figured I'd do this review because this was a film I saw over the weekend that I thought was fantastic, and I wanted to do a review. I still am trying to process some of my thoughts on it, but I figured, maybe doing the film and just dropping my thoughts on it raw would actually be the best way to go. So, guys, please do slap a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's start to move forward on this. Bad Education, starring Hugh Jackman, Allison, Janney, and Ray Romano. Yep, everybody loves Ray is in this film. First things first, this film is fantastic. I'm going to tell you what it's about. This is based off a true story. This is based off, I think, one of the biggest educational embezzlements there's ever been in the United States. It stars basically Hugh Jackman as a superintendent guy, which I think is their version of a headmaster. He's this perfect guy. He knows all the kids' names. All the parents love him. I mean, he genuinely goes out of his way to help all these people, all these kids, and he knows what every single one of these kids wants to grow up and do and be when they move forward. They even bring back at some point kids who previously went to the school, and he knew all of those names. He knew what they all wanted to do when those kids were growing up. Like, he is seemingly the perfect guy. And actually, when you watch the first 30 to 40 minutes of the film, you kind of sat there like, yeah, okay, but, what's the real deal? Because I'll be honest, I didn't know shit about this. I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know the true life story behind it. I just like Hugh Jackman. I think he's a good actor. So I was curious about this movie, and then there were certain things about it, and you started to uncover certain things about his character. He leads a certain double life, for example. I won't give any spoilers, but you'll see as you watch the movie. And you start to think, okay, so there are some small flaws with him. There are some small flaws. And you start to unpeel and you start to get more information, and you realize, oh, snap. They are taking money from the school, or specifically, they're taking taxpayers' money that is supposed to be used for the school. And it's a massive embezzlement. I think it was something in the region of, I can't remember how many million. They did say at the end of the movie. I can't remember how many millions specifically, but these lot take this school for a lot of cash. And it's weird because I suppose in the movie, you always go into a movie thinking, all right, well, there's a good guy and there's a bad guy. And one thing that's quite apparent as you watch this movie is, in certain ways, you can see how people are attracted to easy money, easy opportunities, or get themselves into a situation where they have no other choice but to go with it. And actually, what is the downfall in this particular story, which I've since found out is actually a made-up character, is the reporter. There's a reporter who is a student reporter, and actually she wants to find out where all the school funds are going. And she's the one that essentially uncovers this whole thing. Now, little interesting things about this movie, which kind of make you think, yeah, I could see why it feels so authentic now. One of the writers for this movie was one of the students of this school. This story took place in 2002. So we're talking, oh my gosh, I'm old. Really? 18 years ago. Wow. So we talk about 18 years ago. This story is said to have happened in real life. And one of the writers basically is one of the students, and so he's told the story from his perspective. The student who uncovers the actual embezzlement, apparently it's a made-up character. So what happened was Supposedly, there were lots of suspicions outside the school, and media started getting involved. And then the school newspaper started to get involved and investigate it and uncovered the whole thing. So there wasn't any one specific person, but yeah, I think first things first, let me just get it out of the way. Hugh Jackman, if he don't win an Oscar between now and the end of his career, something bad has happened. I think anyone who ain't seen it, and I will review it at some point, anyone who doubts me on this, go and watch. Forget every single X-Men story you've ever seen. Go and watch Logan and tell me something. Go and watch this movie and tell me something. The guy is an actor. I want to hear nothing about, oh, he's just Wolverine and different things. No, he is an actor. He is an actor. He is an absolute actor. I thought he was absolutely brilliant in this movie. Allison Janney is always great. she's always consistently up there, right? Now, keep in mind, actually, I didn't think anyone was shit in this movie, but these two are heavyweight lifting. I thought actually everybody was very good in this movie. I thought Ray Romano, another one who I thought was fantastic in this movie. Those were the standouts as the three biggest names you would expect them to be, but they actually were the standouts. But particularly Hugh Jackman, man, I thought he was. I was thoroughly impressed. You know, I did not expect to watch such a movie on Sky. You know, and I guess because obviously the world is falling apart and we're not getting so many new movies now, you almost forget that just people can make just very simple movies based on events and just be good. And I must admit, I'm a sucker for biopics and things that have happened in the past, because I always think to myself, really? Like, if this was never a thing, if this wasn't based on anything, there was no way you could believe something like this could happen. Because they embezzled something like millions. They ended up embezzling millions out of this school. There's no way you could believe something like that could happen. And what, students found out and uncovered it. But it happened. And to me, I thought it was great. I thought it was well written. I thought the tone was perfect. It didn't overrun. I thought Jackman led the cast beautifully, did what he had to do. You never quite hated him. Like, you never got to the point where you hated him, because he was a conflicted character for sure. And yes, he's done something wrong. Don't get me wrong. But you never get to the point where you think to yourself, oh, I hate this guy. Like, you can see the conflict in him, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. For me, if you've got Sky and if you've got Sky Movies, I could not recommend it anymore. If you're watching this from America and you have HBO, I could not recommend it anymore. Go and watch it. Go and watch it. Generally, just sit back and just watch it, and just watch how everything unravels. I think they did it wonderfully, wonderful justice. And actually, if this kid who wrote it from his perspective turns out to write more things, I'll be pretty interested. I think his name is Mike something. I can't remember the second name, but I thought he was very, very good. By the way, Bad Education, not to be confused with the thing that Jack Whitehall does. It's not that. This is very much a film. So definitely go watch it. In terms of mark, I'm going to give it an A. I thought it was a great, great movie. I honestly did. Dare I say the best movie I've watched this year. So you guys go and decide. Let me know what you think. And again, come back to the comments and let me know. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed my 2 reviews. I'm gonna, like I say, you'll be surprised when I pop up. I'm gonna start dropping reviews on a random these days rather than promise you the world. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Please do hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Share around. We want this channel to grow. We want to hit 200 subscribers very, very soon. So make sure you guys do that. And until later, really, people, I'm out of here. Enjoy your evening. Take care.